Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. The shopping time progression event and some other stuff just went live. As always, you will find timestamps to jump to the parts that interest you the most, and we're gonna get started with the progression event. This time's progression event seems rather expensive. That's the first thing that I can say. The new miner here looks really good. It's 20p in mining power and 10% in bonus power. The usual rules apply where we can get points, and I got the list from Piero already. Thank you for sharing this a lot again. We have here the total amount of points needed to reach all the way to the new miner that I just showed you, and it's completely ridiculous, guys. We need 65 million points to get this miner here 2 times, and I think this is the highest ever points that I saw in a progression event. Not even the anniversary progression event was this many points. It's completely crazy, guys. So even if you would charge, let's say, 100 Rollertoken worth of currency, you would still need to open like 1.5k of these lucky boxes to actually get to this point, and I think that's very expensive. So if you would want to get all of the rewards from this time's progression event, I really recommend to exchange a lot more Rollertoken than that, so that you boost your multiplier to maybe 40x or maybe even 50x, because otherwise I think that this event, if you're not lucky enough, will just bankrupt you. But what I think what we can do as mostly free-to-play players is to actually reach here all the way on the top to this bit ace, or just even to the Gigabara, because this is reasonable. We don't need to do an infinite amount of games to reach for the Gigabara here, and this one has 3% bonus power, so that's absolutely awesome that this one is all the way here on the top and not somewhere here in the middle. And then also we get on the way the Crypto Cola with 1.5% in bonus power, so those miners here are really good, and I think this is what people should aim for if you don't put the multiplier up. And anything below this, even the bit ace included, is kind of ridiculous already. For a bit ace to need 150k points, I don't think anyone should go for this one. Probably you already have it at this point, and the next steps after this, obviously you need the multiplier, or you need to purchase something in the offers that we're gonna get into detail here in a moment. And then the next thing, if you would purchase something and you play a lot of games, would be here those experience points, 100 experience for the season pass. This is really good. This is going to help you complete the pass a little bit faster, and after that all of the stuff that you could potentially receive is really good, with 5% bonus power, for example. Then we have here some other stuff like 1.2k season tokens. That's pretty good. We have the Prague Alloy and the Freestyler with fairly high bonus power and also base mining power. All of the miners, everything is really good. I just wish that the progression event nature would not be so crazy expensive. 65 million points is heavily overpriced. I think it's completely crazy to reach this, let me tell you. But keeping all of that information in mind, you get a lot of really good miners down here. The totally unboxed Cactus, Deep Crypto Space, all of them have an infinite amount of bonus power as well as mining power. So the overall progression events rewards are absolute ridiculous. They are super good. You get in total 82.5p in base mining power as well as almost 70% in bonus power, and this is pretty good. Just like I said, the points needed is completely crazy, guys. At this point, I want to make a small break from the Rollercoin content and just take a moment to celebrate 800 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all of the support and for watching all of the videos, for keeping the channel active with a lot of comments, like in this one here that we just uploaded like 3 days ago. 36 comments with my answers included. This is completely crazy, guys. I would have never expected that we are growing this fast and that we get to 800 subscribers in basically 6 months after I started making Rollercoin content again, and I'm really happy about this, seeing that you guys enjoy the content. So thank you so much for sticking around to the channel, and let's get back to Rollercoin. Another thing ongoing is the package sale, and here you can get the miners already on tier 2 merged, and they have really good mining power as well as bonus power. And the best thing about this package is that you can resell all of the miners that you will receive. So this is a pretty good deal in my opinion. Not only that, you get also 250 season tokens to now get like some parts back and maybe resell these ones as well in the marketplace, or just keep them for future sales. And for as little as 25 Rollertoken, you get a miner with 7p in mining power, as well as a miner that's only a single cell miner here with 2p, and another one with 2.9p. I think the price is really fair and really good. And if you are a fairly new player, then I think you can definitely purchase this package and just place the miners as they come. And if you are a little bit more advanced already and you are thinking about merging any of the miners in this package, you can also purchase single copies down here just at a little bit higher price. And the only thing I think is absolutely worth to merge is the last miner here, the one cell SRC. And to make this a tier 3 version, it's not even that expensive. You would need to purchase either this package here 2 times or this one here 2 times, or you purchase the uncommon pack where you get all of the miners 1 time and this one time. So you could basically choose what you wanna do. You can purchase this ones and then have those miners here as well, and just purchase this on top, and you would end up spending like 31 Rollertoken approximate, and you would be able to make the SRC here a tier 3 version. And at that point, this miner is already really good because it's a 1 cell miner and it has 5.6p in mining power and 4% bonus power, so this is completely ridiculous. And it also only costs you 120 of the green hashboards and only 2.9 Rollertoken in merging fee, and this is ridiculously good for this miner. The other miners, I would not really recommend merging them at this point because the Winking Scarlet, it's kind of expensive already for the mining power and bonus power it gives. While the merge is not the worst one, it's also not the best one. I think this is like a medium tier merge. It's okay if you really want the miner, but I would not recommend going for this. And the least that I would recommend going for is the Breathtaking. Even though it has 18p on level 3 and 4% bonus power, it's really expensive because you would need to keep in mind that you actually need to purchase this package here 2 times. And keeping in mind that you need the 9.2 Rollertoken of merging price as well as 400 of the green wires here on top of the actual price of the package, this is a little bit too expensive and I don't think you should merge this one. Another thing ongoing is a new crafting offer, and this one, like the last crafting offer in the couple last days, is a big indicator for a burning event, I would say. Here you can make those miners with 100k in mining power, 270k and 540k for relatively low prices. This one are equal or a little bit more expensive as miners with similar mining power in the marketplace, and I really think that the Rollercoin team is pushing this kind of stuff on us at the moment so that we will have a lot of mining power standing inside of our inventory so that we can just throw them in the oven anytime in the future when we have the burning event. And I think it is really close, guys. And at this point, I think you could potentially craft some copies of those ones, except for maybe the block drain. This looks a little bit too expensive with 600 parts. They are, like I said, equal price to those ones in the marketplace, except that you just spend your parts instead of your Rollertoken. Another thing ongoing is the Mimic chest, and you're probably wondering if it's worth it to open those ones. If you paid really close attention at the beginning of the video, I had my room open and I actually have the miner from the boxes here. I opened like 26 boxes in total, and on box 20 I actually was lucky enough to get the bust. This miner is really good and it can be inside of here, but let me tell you another story about opening so many chests. It was worth more than $100 at that point in Litecoin that I spent. I was lucky enough to get one of those miners, but I also got 3 of these stupid legendary fans, and these ones are worth absolute nothing. They're worth shit in my opinion, and I received only one of the epic hashboards. The other 2 I purchased from the marketplace because the price dropped to like 15 Rollertoken, and if I would have not been that lucky with the bust, I would have wasted all of my Litecoin into this without getting real stuff in return. So if you would ask me if I recommend gambling on those boxes, it's a clear no, I would say. Even though I was lucky enough to get one of those miners here, if I wouldn't have gotten that, it was complete wasted, and that could happen to you too, so that you are probably just being unlucky and then later on you will regret that you are actually wasting your currency. But what I really like about this box is that you can choose your cryptocurrency you want to spend, so that you can basically just mine whatever you like and you can throw it at these boxes here. This is really good. I love that feature. But on the other hand, I do not really enjoy or recommend gambling too much, because in most circumstances you are going to lose a lot more than you are actually getting out of the gamble. And this applies not only to this kind of mimic chest, but also of course to lucky boxes in the actual store that you find here on the left side. So any RLT lucky loot boxes or even part cases, in my opinion, have a way too low chance to actually get something proper. And as I said, I got 3 legendary fans, so I'm not a huge fan of this. But enough rambling around about the actual chest. There's something linked to this one. It's a race tournament ongoing for the next 24 hours, and here you can get as a main reward one of these crazy upgraded miners with 16p already and 11% bonus power, and 5 of these stupid legendary fans. I don't know why they are throwing those ones at us all the time. This one costs absolute nothing at this point in the marketplace. Pretty funny to see. And to get points in this race, we need to purchase either Rollertoken or this crazy mimic chest that I was just talking about. This one's here that costs you $4 at this point, and you get 5k race points for 1 box, so for each $4. And I think that this is an absolute race for whales, and if you don't have hundreds of dollars lying around, then it's really not so likely for you to get any really high rank. But seeing that the first reward is this crazy good, probably the top 10 of this race event will be rewarded in base on the price of the event. So I think that's pretty good. Just keep in mind that you will participate against people like me, for example, who already have a fairly high mining power or even more than I do. So even for me, after I opened those boxes yesterday, I do not really have cryptocurrency left in my wallet from mining to open a lot more of those. So it's gonna be really hard to compete and actually participate in the race tournament. And also keeping in mind that there might be some other sales upcoming, I don't think it's a good idea to all in and just basically ape into the race. I don't think you should do that. And that being said, enough rambling around. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Have a nice weekend, and I see you in the next one. Bye.